Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Tim's Motorcycle Adventures. If you're new here, you haven't been following along in the series, this is in Utah, just out of Moab, on the Onion Creek Road. It was just a fantastic ride all the way up. And you just kind of start from the highway and work your way through so many water crossings, just beautiful scenery and canyons. This ridge was just phenomenal. You get 360-degree views and a nice easy road for the most part. But one of our guys at the bottom forgot to zip up a bag, and on the way up lost some GoPro batteries and things, so we decided just to turn around and head back down and look for the bag. And that's when things kind of got a little bit interesting. You know, you hope that nothing ever happens on these things, and gotta be careful for traffic and all that. And we're just riding along, and the roads are pretty good, but you just never really know what's going to happen, do you? And sometimes you're kind of clipping along like this, and of course I sped it up because it's too boring. We're going too slow. I'm not like a crazy reckless driver and a rider, but sometimes you're coming along and there's a change in elevation, just like this sign here. It's about 10% grade. It got pretty steep. And your buddy's bike is lying in the middle of the road. Ian, what are you doing? Of course, here I'm just trying to kind of assess, like, is he okay? Is everything fine? And then my next thought is, okay, where do I stop? Because it doesn't look like this on the video, but it was actually really steep. And it was hard to kind of find a place to park the bike where I thought I could get it back up. And so now I'm kind of looking for a place to go. And this is like right down a steep hill, and this is the problem with these big bikes is it's a little hard to place it once you need to stop. And then I almost fell over, and somehow I hit the kickstand just in time. Otherwise, I was going down.
Do you need help getting that up?
Yeah. It was leaned over so far, I wasn't sure I could even pick it up at that point.
Are you alright, man? Yeah.
Body's all right. You landed on your shoulder pretty hard there.
Oh yeah.
Just tore your shirt.
Huh?
Are you Thor?
Well, I feel a little bit.
A little Thor?
I'm okay. What happened? Oh, I locked up my front. I was coming down, leaning back, and I was like, okay, at first. Actually, I was going slow. That was my problem.
He wasn't going super fast.
No.
I think I just caught it as you were down.
Yeah, it's all good. Look at this. Stuck. No, okay. Get her up.
All right. Hold on. We're going.
Head to neutral.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Oh no! I'm sick there.
That's going to be awkward.
Oh.
Riding with a bag.
Oh no, you skidded. Yeah, I did. You okay, buddy? Oh yeah.
So as Ian fell, he landed on his water pack, and it burst all over the ground. So you see a little puddle of water there. We had to direct some traffic coming up here, yeah, as Ian was talking to us later, trying to figure out what happened, he has a V-Strom 650 with ABS, and Suzuki did not put a disable ABS button on their bike.
Why I wore my armor, guys?
Yeah.
I hit all my armor.
Are you missing the...
I'll take it off. Sorry.
You don't have a side plate? Well, it just clicked on. It came off.
So Ian devised a way with a switch to turn off the ABS, but it turns off all the ABS, front and rear, not just the rear. And sounds like he was heading down in a bit too tall a gear, tried to shift down and hit neutral twice. And unfortunately, was going a little bit fast, grabbed a little too much front brake, and the whole thing slid out on him. We did a little roadside repair. Fortunately, Doug knows what he's doing, and Doug and Ian took the rear foot peg off, the passenger foot peg, and managed to bolt it onto the broken off front foot peg, so Ian would have something to stand on the way back down. And his bike was pretty banged up, and he was pretty banged up, and so fortunately he was wearing some pretty good armor, and no broken bones or anything like that. But yeah, he was a little sore, and actually had to cut his trip short just to make sure that he could get home and be okay. And so that's really unfortunate, and just kind of one of those things that happens. And you try to be careful on these things, because we are in a different country. We're all Canadian and down in Utah, and you don't want to take too many risks, but sometimes these things happen. And fortunately, it wasn't too bad. And although he was pretty sore at the time, he's healed up and everything's fine. But yeah, that's kind of a lesson of you can get the ABS to turn off, but sometimes you don't want that front ABS to actually fully turn off, and unfortunately that was the case here. So yeah, glad he's okay, and we continued on, and really, I mean, it was such a beautiful place to ride with all these water crossings and everything, but unfortunately Ian was pretty sore for the rest of the day, and yeah, changes your plan a little bit. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching through this video, and it was just such a beautiful place to ride. These canyons were just spectacular to ride through, and such great scenery. There were a few places where the rocks were just towering over top, and we're riding through. It was just really amazing, and so much fun to splash through the water, and yeah, it was just a great day, other than Ian going down. And so yeah, that's another reason, I guess, why you ride with a bunch of friends too, right? So you have some people to help you pick up the bike and dust you off, and if there was anything major wrong, then we were there to go get some help, or help get him back to some safety and some help. And so yeah, it was great to ride with these guys, and we had a great time on this day. We were supposed to be on the White Rim Trail, and it was just too hot, and so this was a great second choice for sure. Stopped a few times to chat with people to see if they found a bag with all of the batteries, but no one seemed to have seen it, and unfortunately we never found it. So I guess there was a couple $100 of batteries that Jason had to replace, but at least he didn't lose his drone or anything. But yeah, unfortunately we never did find them. Well, thanks for watching this video, and if you haven't already, click that like button, and make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I've got a few more videos from my Moab trip coming, and I've got some other things on the way. So hit that subscribe button and the bell to get notified when the next videos come.